In the Asia Cup, we saw controversies galore. The no handshake snub, then the trophy fiasco. The action, if you have to look at it, in some instances was thrilling. But for the BCCI, this tournament was a massive financial windfall. Because amidst all the controversy, amidst all the boycott talks, BCCI have netted a huge surplus. Because in the latest financial document that has come, and also Times of India has gotten access to that document, BCCI have reported a surplus of 109.0 crore surplus when it comes to the Asia Cup. Now, why has this surplus come and what are the benefits of hosting? Because this 109.04 crore is because of the hosting and the rights fees and the T20 World Cup participation fees. All that combined has ensured that BCCI has gotten a windfall when it comes to the surplus. Now, we are all wondering, right, will the viewership decline for the India-Pakistan games? Apparently, it hasn't. The money doesn't seem to suggest so. Whatever are the broadcast numbers, they have not yet been made public. What are the concurrent numbers in all the streaming platforms, that has not been made public. Whatever were the boycott talks, it failed. The BCCI has made a huge financial gain. And it continues their trend because when you look at it, even in the media rights, when you have to look at the international media rights, 138.64 surplus when it comes to the media rights. Now, why has that happened? Because this time in India, there are a high number of international home games. The Asia Cup hosting and per match media rights fee. So, India are going to host 4 tests, 3 ODIs and a total of 5 T20Is until December. Add another 3 ODIs and another 5 T20Is to it, 4 tests, 6 ODIs, 10 T20Is. So, in this home summer, there has been a high international number of games. So, that's why the media rights for those games has gone up. But if you look at it from an entire 8-year cycle, from 2017-18 until now to 2025-2026 in this period, BCCI now, when you look at 2017-18, it had 666 crore surplus. Now look at it. 6,700 crore. In an 8-year period, it has 10x'd. 222% growth. And this comes amidst a very shocking development that has come. The IPL valuation. Now, the IPL valuation in the last 2 years, it's dipped 16,000 crores. The valuation has dipped for that. Now, why has that happened? For 2 reasons. One, the merger between the 2 giants in Jio and Star, and also because of the fact that the government has put in new curbs. They have online betting and all those other things. It's been now termed illegal. So that is why the valuation will take a big hit for the IPL even this time. And that is why you have to understand one major thing. The valuation may have dipped, but the contribution to the BCCI surplus is still huge because the IPL surplus, rupees 5,000 crore, out of that 6,700 crore pie, it contributes, the IPL contributes. So the IPL valuation may dip, but the contribution to BCCI's coffers is massive. 5,000 divided by 6,700 into 100, you figure out the math yourself. It's massive. So that is why this is a huge thing. But one more problem that has come in the BCCI document that is there. Budget for women's domestic cricket and budget for men's domestic cricket. Men's domestic cricket is 344 crore. For the women, 3/5 of that, because looking at it, it's 96 crore. 96 crore is the budget allocated. Now, why people say, oh, this continues the bias that is there. But understand one thing, in the men's domestic system, there is a proper format in place. There is Ranji, there is Syed Mushtaq Ali, there is Vijay Hazare. For the women's, There is unfortunately no concrete framework that is called a domestic structure. Women's team doesn't have a first class season. They have an interzonal system, but that is the reason why 96 crore, the allocation even in this modern era is slightly less. And looking at the way how women's cricket is kind of going about, people will argue that this 96 crore is also way too much. Women's cricket should get lesser, looking at the way how things are going in the Women's World Cup. So, whatever were the controversies sell in this age. And whatever happened in the Asia Cup was the perfect recipe for it. 109 crore, that is the windfall that you've had. And that is the reason why Asia Cup, whatever were the boycott calls, whatever were all of these things, it failed. So that's why BCCI will continue to get richer. The fan will continue to invest in the game even more and more. And whatever happens on the sidelines, it doesn't matter anymore. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.